In the game of loans, you either win or you learn. Welcome to the game of loans, where fortunes are forged and empires are built. Your hosts, lords of lending and wholesaling, are here to guide you through the realm of real estate and wealth building. Brace yourselves, cash flow is coming.
You're going to have challenges at any company you work at, right? Pros and cons with everything. But I've been very lucky with investor funding. And again, I don't know if it's necessarily how I'm structuring the deal and packaging the deal up front, if it's the staff and their ability and willingness to get that loan closed. But I am not getting the pushback that I'm used to getting with people who, you know, their mentality is kill everything.
Right.
And
because we don't have that.
We don't have that.
We don't have it.
And so, you know, I'm grateful and thankful.
But that's a choice, right? You've been in organizations. There are organizations that get into business with the mindset of we don't want to lose, right? Yeah. I'll tell you something with that. Those organizations that get into the business or they start changing their business to not losing, end up losing more.
100%.
Because they're concentrating on fucking loss.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And I think we're based on logic and win.
And, you know, that's logic. I'm so glad you said that word, is because you're missing that in a lot of these institutions today. Yes. And private lending is not black and white.
Nope.
At all.
Gray.
And
it's
so
all gray.
It's all gray.
It's all fucking gray.
And so when you're living in that gray environment, you have to have logic. And when you remove that, good luck. Good luck navigating that environment.
I agree.
It's unattainable.
Well, I know that that's why this year we're going to propel to the next level.
Yep.
Is because our competition is going to, the guys that they're going to get to a certain point are going to align themselves with bigger players. Mm-hmm. And those bigger players are going to instill certain limitations on them, which is going to stunt their growth.
Yeah.
We're not going to have that.
Yeah.
And we don't have that. And that's why we're going to catch up and we're going to surpass our competition.
Yeah. And, you know, at the end of the day, there's always somebody out there that can do something that you can't. You know,
I agree. But I don't even want to do it, though. Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
There's certain things I don't want to do.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of people come to us, well, why don't you do 100% financing? I need another hole in my fucking head to do 100% financing on anything.
Well, people ask me, you know, the best question is, what's your niche?
Right.
It's me.
Right.
It's the relationship that I'm going to offer you. Within, you know, private lending has really expanded and there's so many lenders out there.
Yep.
Now, more than half of them have no idea what they're doing, can't get a loan closed. No. You hear horrific things.
Yep.
But for the most part, the actual heavy hitters within the space, we all have the same product.
Yep.
We're all lending the same. Maybe you get 5% more leverage here, but I can give you 5% more here.
Right.
Right? They're capped at X on this. I'm capped at X on this.
Right.
So it's not necessarily what is your specific niche. My niche is all of it.
Yep.
I'm new construction, fix and flip, bridge, DSCR, but it's actually my relationship that I'm going to build with you and the promises I make to you and my commitment to you. That is my niche.
I love that. And that's what I tell people.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of people, you know, I've gotten some really good, I have a good base on social media today. Right. And I think everybody just reaches out to me sometimes and they're like, well, this company is going to do 100% financing. Can you match it? I go, no.
Yeah.
Why? Well, if you don't have fucking skin in the game, if you're not willing to put skin in the game, why would I put 100% of skin in the game without you even
Why would you take that risk when you're not taking any risk?
When you're not willing, if you're not willing to believe in the product and the project, enough where you're willing to invest your money, why would I fucking invest 100%
Yeah.
in it? Or if I'm going to invest 100%, then I'm going to take all the upside. Why
Yeah.
would I fucking give you anything?
And you know, that's where I really don't waste my time on
Right.
clients like that.
Right.
But with that said, some of those clients have a huge network.
Yeah.
So I won't just cast them aside,
Right.
right? Maybe I'm not going to work with you personally on a deal,
Yeah.
but maybe one day I will.
Well, it's
right?
true. You're
That
right.
100% usually runs out at some point.
It runs out
You
fast.
have an exposure limit,
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Not only that, their network of other builders that they can potentially refer to me.
Yeah.
So I always keep those lines of communication open. I definitely don't shut those doors, and I figure out, okay, how can I work with you in other ways,
Yeah.
in other aspects?
Listen, I've heard now, like some of our competition, they're fucking sucking wind.
Yeah.
You know, they went so aggressive for so long
Yep.
that now they're having crazy buybacks,
Yeah.
and they're not going to be in business much longer.
Nope.
You know, and you know, did they kick our ass for a little bit? Yeah, for 4, 5, 6
Sure.
months, but they've ran out of gas.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And you really want to be with a company that's going to give you some sound advice and so that you can listen to.
100%.
You know, there's a lot of times I'll go into a deal, they'll say, well, you know, XYZ company is going to do it. I'm like, well, even if they want to finance it, you're not going to make fucking any money on a deal.
Yeah.
So you're going to spin your wheels for 6, 7, 8 months to make nothing just because they want to finance the fucking deal? You're out of your mind.
Yeah.
You know, and
For whatever reason they believe in it, but and that shows how educated they are, right? And how knowledgeable they are,
Yeah.
and what type of projects they're getting into. Why would you do? Well, they're saying, well, we don't believe the value that the appraisal is giving. Okay, that's fine, but do the analysis on your own.
Yeah.
Right? Why is somebody going to buy your house for $1 million in an area where there's no other $1 million houses?
Right.
Yet they can go 2 blocks down, 3 blocks, a mile away in a nice area where there's other multi-million-dollar houses, right? So, you know, it gets tricky when someone wants to be the pioneer, you know? So sometimes that does pay off, and that's great. But high risk, high reward, maybe. But, you know, you're potentially setting yourself up for failure too.
How about this? I'm even willing to go and, you know, into situations where someone wants to make the market, but they're going to have to come up with more money to make the market.
Yep. Yeah.
And if they're willing to make that risk, take that risk,
Yeah.
let's go. Why not?
Yeah.
We'll take the risk with you, but we're going to share in the risk. It's
Yep.
not going to be maximum.
And that's very
financing.
fair.
That's very
Yeah.
fair. And
I mean, not only is it very fair, you're not going to have a lot of other lenders out there who are even going to be willing to take that risk.
the ones that are going to come with so much more problems.
Yep.
Right. And we see that. We see that the ones that were willing to take that risk at this point have ran out of money.
Yeah.
Because no one else is willing to give
Yep.
them money to fucking lend out. So then they're having those issues.
Or just become unbelievably conservative because
Yep.
of the situations
Yep.
they put themselves in.
Which, you know, you worked for one of those
I
companies,
did.
right?
Yep.
Where they got out of the bat, they went very aggressive because people like me, we decided, hey, you know, rates are high, shit's fucked up, let's stop lending or taking risk. They went crazy, and a lot of shit went sideways on them.
Yep.
And then they said, all of a sudden, well, we're not fucking lending anymore.
Period.
Right.
Yep. Let's make the credit box so small
fucking
that
tight.
nothing fits.
Right. That nothing fits.
Yeah.
And that's the name of the game.
Yep.
So I think you said you have to find that balance, right? And I think in our organization, we have that perfect balance.
We do.
Right? I'm fucking crazy. Ross is very conservative, right?
And, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say very conservative.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just, you know, compared to me.
Compared to absolutely.
I'm out of my fucking mind.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. You
Like,
guys are definitely two opposite ends
polar
of the
opposites,
spectrum.
right? And then
100%.
we'll end up meeting in the middle somewhere.
Yes.
You know?
And usually we do.
And we do.
And it's great.
Yeah. And sometimes he'll come to me, he'll say, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yep.
And he'll explain to me, we're not going to do it for X, Y, and Z. And
Sure.
I'll look at the X, Y, and Z and say, oh, okay, you're fucking right.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, we had a little bit of a situation on the deal that you had
Yeah.
right, in New York, right?
Yep.
And you would have thought like, well, Steve's fucking crazy. He's just going to sign this thing. But I'm not that crazy.
I know.
You know?
Thanks a lot. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just
this,
kidding. Yeah.
sometimes I also, the lawyer kicks into my brain and I'll say.
So here's the other thing is that, yes, at the end of the day, I do wear a sales cap, right?
But you don't want to hurt we trust you.
Correct.
Because
exactly.
you will never hurt us.
No. And
Purposely.
I do my due diligence up front.
Yes.
So if I don't believe in the deal and if I can't see that, okay, this makes sense, then I'm not even going to propose the scenario to begin with.
Yeah.
Sometimes do I push it a little bit? Maybe. Right. But I can see the bigger
that's
picture.
Your job to push it a little bit.
That's my job. That's why you guys hired me.
100%. But, I think Ross and I had this conversation about a month ago where we're lucky enough where our loan officers aren't scumbags.
Yeah. Yes.
And people don't realize a lot of loan officers that are in the business are scumbags.
Yeah.
And they really don't give a shit.
No.
And that's why, like, for us,
and they usually don't last.
No, they don't last.
Yeah.
Or they'll hop on to the next place.
Exactly.
Which what they don't understand is it might be a really big business, but it's not that fucking big.
Oh, it's small.
It's small.
And everyone knows each other.
Everybody knows each other.
Absolutely.
And one of the greatest thing about you is that you have such a you really do have a great reputation in the business.
Yeah. And I pride myself on that as well. And, the goal is to maintain that.
Yep.
But again, I've been very fortunate. I've also worked my ass off, but I've been very fortunate to meet the right people and, get my name out there.
Yep.
And that's been great.
Great name. Your name actually goes even higher on the secondary market.
Yeah.
People are like, wow, you guys did a great job hiring her. And, which is fantastic. But like you said, it's a lot of people will come to me and they'll be like, well, this guy talks shit about you and he said that you stole money. You know what I always say to them? Have him prove that I stole $1 fucking and I will double whatever it is that this motherfucker said that I stole from him. I think we had a situation like that.
We did.
Right?
Yeah.
We had a situation
I wouldn't
like
say the word stole or steal was involved, but
whatever.
Yes,
people
bad blood.
People, this guy said that you beat him out of 10,000.
Yeah.
Really? I did? No problem.
Yeah.
Have him prove.
Yep.
Because there has to be proof.
Yeah.
There always is.
Before I even started.
We don't deal with cash, right?
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of paper trail.
Yep.
We're not in the cash fucking business.
Yep.
And I always say, my reputation is stellar. Have the fucking guy prove that I stole 10,000 and I'll cut him a check in front of you for 20,000.
Yep.
And you know what always happens?
You're never cutting more money than you should.
I never cut a check.
Yeah.
Because it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I just don't do business that way.
Yep.
And that's the reputation I always wanted.
Yeah.
Never beat anyone out of a fucking penny.
Yep.
And that's important.
100%.
Have, doing a business for so many years, are 100% of the people satisfied with me? Absolutely not. I'd be lying.
Yeah.
There's certain things
you can't please everyone.
You can't, because there's certain things also out of my control.
Exactly.
And then you have situations with people that are completely,
unrealistic.
Yeah. Your appraisal came back. You got fucked. Is that my problem?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
I can't control the fucking appraiser or what the value is.
There's a lien on title.
Yeah, there's a lien on title.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Whatever it may be.
What can I fucking possibly do? You're going to blame it on me.
Yep.
I'll take it on the chin. Blame it on me.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
And people are going to be sour. Why? Because no one wants to take blame for themselves. They're always going to push it on somebody else. Oh, Melissa fucked me. This one fucked me. That one did this and that one did that, because it's easier to push it on someone else. And
that's just because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right? But the individuals who truly understand this industry and this market and are getting themselves into smart deals, you're not having those conversations.
Nope, you're not.
And if you are, then you're fucking up somewhere.
True. That's truth.
And those are hard conversations to have.
Those are hard conversations.
And shit happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's where, the smart person will know how to navigate those situations.
Yep.
And ultimately not put themselves in it to begin with.
You've been listening to The Game of Loans, where real estate battles are fought and won. Make sure to fortify your defenses by subscribing. Cash flow is coming, and we'll be back next time to help you claim your throne. The war of wealth continues.